Hey everyone. Hey there everyone, Dr. Anna Kabecka here. Today I'm day 2 of my 21-day journey with you on our experience together and really walking the Keto Green way, navigating this time that we are spending in quarantine, isolation, what that means for you and your family. In my Facebook community, in my Facebook page yesterday, I listed day 1 as what happens to our hormones in time of stress. So I talked about this as far as what's happening to our hormones in time of stress and got a great discussion going, really understanding how our hormones will shift towards cortisol and what we can do to empower oxytocin and even use some of our reproductive hormones like progesterone to help us during this time. So that's there in my Keto Green community on Facebook. Definitely check that out. And today I want to talk about boosting your immunity. And I'm going to also share this live into my Keto Green community group. I've had fun communicating and interacting and really having some great questions that have come up in our community group. And including on one of the lives I did yesterday, there was this question from Pamela, and she said, "Thank you so much. I have a question about intimacy during the virus. My partner works at a hospital, so even though we are very strict about the stay home policy and followed the prescribed hygiene recommendation, we are not truly in isolation as he is at the hospital many hours each week. We have a wonderful relationship, but at this time, I feel like having sex with everything he's exposed to isn't a great idea. Am I off base here? We can't truly quarantine with his work. Thank you for everything you do for women and men everywhere." And I wrote back to her that this is such a valid question. The benefits of a loving, intimate relationship should overpower illness in general. However, precaution is key. I'm doing some research on this and will answer in one of my upcoming lives. So I'm still working on understanding. We really don't know. I think the biggest thing is that we empower our immune system during this time. So I'm going to give you some additional tips, what I know from my colleagues and the science, as well as my experience in really boosting our immune system. So I'll be sharing those tips with you, and please don't hesitate to see. I've got lots of people watching and asking, so I love to see you guys here. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate. I'm here to answer your questions, whatever they may be, related to hormones, related to immunity, and then some, right? I'm here to answer your questions. I've been definitely keeping up on the research coming out constantly, as I'm sure you are, and just looking at what we can do. The nice thing that we now have some good research on is what happens if we do get infected. There was a case of a 77-year-old man, certainly in Italy, that was treated with a antiviral hydroxychloroquine, which is an anti-malarial drug, as well as Z-Pak, and recovered against all odds. So we are seeing some triple therapy and some supportive regimen, but we're also seeing some concerning information that we are getting infected at younger and younger ages. And so this certainly is worrisome and troublesome for us in, just no matter what we're trying to do and navigate now, and keeping our children healthy. I mean, I can tell you, no lie, this last week was really hard. I have a child homeschooling and a child home from college in quarantine because she was in the Netherlands. And, it's just been fun. What can I say? It's just fun. So let me just share this to our Keto Green community right now so that they are roped into this. We've been sharing this live on my Facebook page as well as Keto Green community. So let's do this now. Here we go. So the questions regarding boosting your immune system. Let's talk about this right now. So in general, what we need to do in boosting our immune system is you've heard all the traditional stuff, right? Like the wash your hands, decreased contagion, decreased contact with others, stay away, stay home, stay hibernating, right? So we've got that down pretty well, I would say. So I don't have to worry about you guys doing that. Let me get the comments here. Jane says hi. Hi, Jane. Hi, Cindy. Sandy. Oh my gosh, they're Nita. Great to see you again, Nita. And Joan from New Mexico is joining us too here in my Facebook page. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and type them in. I'll see them and respond as we go. So just want to share with you that we know that contagion, this virus is very contagious. There's estimates from 50 to 70% of people exposed, even at a distance, can contract it. And what we really are concerned about is that exposure and that exposure volume, and the fact that this is the most contagious virus we've seen in our lifetime at this point. No, not the deadliest, but the mass number of people that are being infected and can be infected is what's concerning. So my colleagues in Italy are reinforcing stay home, stay away, and isolate. And so I encourage each of us to do this. Now, how are you boosting your immune system? Go ahead and type in, like, what are you currently doing to boost your immune system? And I'll share with you what I'm doing. I've been fasting and praying as I've kind of been processing this whole turn of events that we are faced with right now. And what that just emphasizes that really the first thing that I'm doing, and back to after I will have to admit that I was doing some comfort eating too and drinking. I do love my wine, but going keto green. And you guys in my community know what that means. Intermittent fasting, low carbohydrates, lots of nourishing green alkalinizers. We know the more variety and diversity of plant foods that are in our diet, the healthier we will be, the healthier our gut microbiome will be, the healthier our defenses will be in our immune system. I am regularly checking my urine pH and making sure that's alkaline. And because it's not just about what we eat, it's about how we're thinking. Am I keeping that peace that surpasses all understanding? Or am I letting fear and uncertainty really control me? And I'm determined not to. I take my Mighty Maca Plus combination twice daily. It has all these things that can really help protect us against a virus. Certainly the adaptogenic benefits of maca, I highly recommend that. But quercetin and turmeric and cat's claw herb is a potent anti-inflammatory herb that grows in Peru and is pretty powerful. So this combination has been key. The third thing is getting a good night's sleep. Getting a good night's sleep. Now more than ever, giving our body time, space, and peace to do what it needs to do what it knows to do best. And to do that, I am using my colloidal silver nasal spray and gargling with some colloidal silver, because virus will populate in the nasal sinuses as well as the back of the throat. So keeping that area clean. If you've done neti pots, do them. If you have allergies, do your neti pots. Staying away from dairy. Dairy increases mucus production. So I encourage staying away from dairy. I also encourage getting outside. I am still in my gym clothes from this morning. I did a little walk this morning, but I've been back to back with my schedule and doing interviews and consulting and coaching. So I am yet determined to get outside, not just wear stretchy clothes. And I'm going to do my workout yet today. I have committed to you. But getting outside, we get a lot more than vitamin D from the sun. Vitamin D is certainly a supplement that can help. Alan wrote, what about zinc? Zinc supplement really helps in improving immunity. Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does. D wrote, I'm fasting 16 to 20 hours each day, trying to stay off carbs, and it's been really tough. I get that, D, because carb cravings, let me tell you, I know what that's like. Vitamin D, the vitamin D that I use and I carry in my store is vitamin D with vitamin D3 with K2. Beyond getting outside, let's up our vitamin D with K2. Mine is 10,000 international units daily. I recommend right now taking that every single day for at least 2 to 3 weeks, and then a maintenance dose of 1 to 3 times a week, depending on your vitamin D level, but certainly we can use this boost. Another ingredient is selenium. 2 Brazil nuts a day have 200 micrograms of selenium. So the next time you're at the store, you guys heard it from me, pick up your selenium. So pick up your Brazil nuts. That is so beneficial, and they're good. And I rather eat my vitamins than take a pill. So we can do that. Let's see here. We've got some questions. Tammy says, hey, she's eating more veggies. And so Tammy's eating more veggies and upped her banana. For now, I need potassium. So potassium, Tammy, you can also get from kale, dark green leafies, lots of potassium. There's more carbs in the banana. So if you maybe just, okay, if you want that banana, if you want that in your smoothie, I'm all for it, but also consider the dark green leafies. Maria says vitamin C, D, magnesium, omegas, like as a rule, take omegas every day, and I have for years, as well as magnesium at bedtime to get a good night's sleep. So it's part of my routine. And turmeric and ginger. Missy wrote vitamin, elderberry, colloidal silver, a turmeric ashwagandha, the turmeric ashwagandha probiotics. Again, highly recommending probiotics for you as well. So how are we boosting our immune system? We're boosting our immune system by getting good rest. And Carolyn says hiking, intermittent fasting. She's doing 16 hours daily. Greens, Smarty Pants Women's Master 50 Plus. That sounds interesting. Some extra turmeric, collagen protein. Yes, definitely working on additional collagen. I like collagen peptides from Further Food. And let's see. And certainly, Carolyn said, Hallmark movies. Let me tell you, movies that make you laugh increase oxytocin. That is immunoprotective. So definitely movies that make you laugh, that give you pleasure, that create more intimacy and love and connection. That's what we should be leaning to as a discipline right now. We should definitely be doing. We want those happy endings. No pun intended there. Bone broth, absolute bone broth. I was on with Dr. Kellyanne Petrucci. I'll be on tomorrow night again with Dr. Kellyanne Petrucci and a group of fabulous doctors from around the country that are really experts and pioneers in this fight against the coronavirus. And so it's a great conversation. So check out Dr. Kellyanne's page for more information on that and join us, because you can ask questions there live. We had a bunch of questions, over 1,000 questions last night. So we hit some of them, and we're coming back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time to answer some more questions. Francine wrote, love you, Dr. Anna. Keep up the good work. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Francine. I love that. So definitely some other people, Elizabeth wrote, I am dancing. I love that, Elizabeth. Dancing and singing. Singing exercises our lungs. So what we can do now too, also improving our lung capacity, is doing our deep breathing, our vagal breathing, increasing our lung capacity, and really helping the mechanics of our lung to keep that healthy, moving fluid and air in and out, and really exercising our lungs. You can blow up balloons. It's fun to put up balloons anytime you can blow up balloons. That's one of the best exercises for your lungs to increase that capacity, as well as other, as well as exercise and deep, heavy breathing and deep belly breathing during this time as well. So back to my immune boosting recommendations: zinc, selenium, vitamin C, liposomal vitamin C with R-lipoic acid and or liposomal glutathione are great to have in your cupboard. I also, Biocidin is another great product, and Primal Life Organics has great dental products and a dental swish and spit formula that I really, really like. If you have access to sauna, especially infrared sauna, I do encourage that at that time. Is there research with the coronavirus and infrared sauna? No, not at this time. What we have seen is those infected that were treated with IV vitamin C therapy also had improvement in course and results. So we want to do that too. Becoming insulin sensitive, getting control of cortisol, getting keto green, right? That's what we do in my keto green program, that you have the ability, you will improve your resilience. So we have a question here. It says, side question. I had a hysterectomy, wondering what would be your best natural supplement for not gaining sudden weight. Certainly, if you've had a hysterectomy, I'm a big fan of bioidentical progesterone and pregnenolone. Our ovaries producing the bulk of that progesterone, our adrenals have to take over. So in times of stress and post-hysterectomy, I use progesterone in my clients. My Pure Balance PPR cream, you go to my website, dranna.com. So Dranna, DRANNA.com. You'll see, look for my Pure Balance progesterone and pregnenolone cream, a topical cream, very safe. And you can use that since you've had a hysterectomy. Often the reason we needed a hysterectomy to begin with may have been deficiency in progesterone. Using that at night now will be very beneficial. Plus, progesterone is natural, helps our immune system. Progesterone helps our TH immunity. And so this is the time to not allow any deficiencies in progesterone. So thanks for that question, and let me know how you do. Oops. Here we go. Great. And what else can I tell you? What other questions do you have? I can tell you. Francine wrote, community encouragement and support is key for success. So on that note, I want to encourage you to join me in my Keto Green community on Facebook. So KETO Green community on Facebook. And I've given you access to my 10-day Breeze Through Menopause Masterclass. So my 10-day Breeze Through Menopause Masterclass, you'll have access to that for free. It's $197 value. So I'm giving that for free. It is lifetime access, not simply 10-day access. It is lifetime access with accountability software built in so that you are encouraged to respond and be accountable and set goals. Right now, I think one of the most important things to do is set some goals. Set some goals that really improve our quality of life. And it may be revisiting what some of those goals have been. So what are our goals for our mental health? What's our goals for our body? What's our goals for our community? What's our goals for our family? What's our goal for our spirituality? And let's reframe these goals. So I want to thank you guys for being with me. Put your questions below this video. Join me in my Facebook community, Keto Green community, and we are starting on Sunday the 10-day plan Keto Green Masterclass together, completely free. I am online with you every day from now through Easter Sunday. That is my promise. Elizabeth wrote, low blood pressure. What does it mean, please? What should I do to improve it? Well, it depends. It can be that you run a low blood pressure. I run 100/65 on average. So what have you been told is your low blood pressure? If you are healthy, typically a healthy low blood pressure can mean that you're cardiovascular fit. You have good cardiovascular heart capacity, good pumping, strong muscular heart, and good less tension in your veins and arteries. So that can be very good. But if you're feeling weak and when you get up, you feel faint, if you get up quickly from sitting or lying down and you feel faint, that could mean adrenal issues or adrenal hypofunction. That could be a problem with aldosterone. Aldosterone is also made from progesterone. So it could could really signify a estrogen dominance, a progesterone sufficiency, a problem with aldosterone, which controls our fluid balance in our body. So I would always, evaluate that under that context. It's a great question. If I have a client who is continually stressed, has adrenal hypofunction, what I would be doing right now is getting you on Mighty Maca Plus with its 30 superfoods, increasing your water in between meals, eliminating snacking, so we create that insulin sensitivity, and encouraging adrenal support. So with that, it's stress management, it's deep belly breathing. We can also add in heart math and increasing our heart rate variability. If there are any heart heart math fans out there, just type in your testimonial on heart math. Heart rate variability is so important. Let me tell you, as an obstetrician, we always look at heart rate variability on the babies, right? On our baby's heart rate. We're watching that to know, how well are you doing? Where do I need to intervene as an obstetrician? Well, we forget about that once the baby's out, right? But it's so important. We're going back to looking at heart rate variability. It does give us a sign of resilience. So if you haven't checked out heart math, please check them out. They have an app that you can plug into your phone and be able to do that on, you can be able to do that on your own. I definitely encourage that. Check your heart rate variability, check your urine pH, get plenty of good night's sleep, load up with good natural vitamin D from getting outside, as well as supplement with D, supplement with Mighty Maca Plus, supplement with vitamin C, and eat all your greens. Get that pH alkaline. And let's see. We have a couple questions here, and then we will close. Carolyn said, what's the best thing to do for a rogue cyst covering an ovary, age 66? Is number one, watch it. But typically when I see ovarian cyst, Carolyn, I put you on iodine and gamma-linoleic acid. So if you don't have Hashimoto's, you can supplement with iodine or iodine-rich foods and gamma-linoleic acid, such as evening primrose oil, black currant oil, and that's something that can help you. If you have questions, email my team at drannacabecca.com, team, T-E-A-M, at drannacabecca.com, and we can help you with some more information. Jane wrote, what about normal blood pressure with low heart rate? Again, are you very physically fit or are you very exhausted? That's where we kind of fine tune, but the same thing goes with my earlier answer. Francine wrote, I do need this community because I don't have hardly any positive or good decision people around me right now. Thank you, Francine. You're in the right place. You are amidst a great group of people. So I want to thank you for being here. Sandy says, I love heart math. I love that. Francine wrote, I'm on your maca and protein, sleep, and brain formula. I have a better brain and sleep formula, and PPR, Pura Balance Cream. Thank you. You are very welcome. So, gosh, great, you guys. I want to thank you for joining me, and stay tuned. I will be live every night in the Keto Green Community Group through Easter Sunday as we make it through this challenging time period. I'm really feeling blessed to be here with you. And tomorrow, I really want to focus on how we're going to get and fine tune our sleep and continue to answer your questions. Remember, I am your girlfriend doctor. There is no such thing as a bad question or too much information. I love hearing from you, and I love being with you in the community. So I look forward to seeing you. I want to do a quick note to my dear friends, Sherry Salata and Nancy Halla, who have put their podcast out with me today. You guys, if you haven't listened to the Sherry and Nancy podcast, listen to it, because let me tell you, it is the best. It is really the best. So the Sherry and Nancy show is a podcast on iTunes, and I listen on Podcast Addict because I have a Samsung phone, and it is hysterical. I listen to very few podcasts, but I have listened to every one that they've ever done. I've laughed, I have, and it's just been great. So they interviewed me, and that podcast came out today. So Sherry and Nancy show, the Sherry and Nancy show podcast, and also their Facebook group is The Pillar Life. And God willing, end of August, we will have Dream Camp, and I will be one of their faculty for Dream Camp. So I am thrilled to share that with you. Check that out. Listen to that podcast. Join me on the community group, and stay well and healthy. And I will be back tomorrow.